Good morning and welcome back to Cityline. Yep, we are already on our second segment. With me are two individuals, brilliant and beautiful, here to talk about One Tacoma engagement. And if you don't know what One Tacoma engagement is, well, buckle up, Buttercup, because here it comes. Please join me in welcoming Alyssa Torres. You are a senior planner for the city of Tacoma. It's so great to have you back on the couch. I don't get to see enough of you.
I feel like I'm everywhere, so everyone should see me all the time.
I always see you like when I'm running through something and you're presenting something. Yeah. You brought with you this amazing woman, Gabe Mo'ali'i. You are the Strategic Initiative Program Coordinator for the city of Tacoma. Does that all fit on your business card?
I mean, I like to say strategist, but that's my official bureaucratic title.
We could make it SIPCA. I guess we'll just put it down for that as an acronym.
We do like our acronyms.
We do. So let's talk about this. Alyssa, what is One Tacoma? In terms of a shared vision, a shared future. Give us a brief overview because I'm scratching my head on this one.
Yeah, it's something new. We're trying something new at the city. So One Tacoma is really our joint engagement effort that several city departments are working on to hear feedback from the community about several different plans, long-range initiatives, and policies that we're working on at the city. So that includes things like our comprehensive plan, our 10-year strategic plan, our community safety action strategy, our transportation master plan, budgeting. There's lots of things that are happening at the city all the time, and right now we're all looking for engagement. So instead of going to communities multiple times and asking similar questions or trying to over-engage folks, we're joining forces and we're hosting a series of 8 large events where folks can come and have all of us in one place at the same time and can give their feedback that we will then use to influence these individual plans, and that will impact the city of Tacoma for the next 10 to 25 years.
So as we say, you're taking it to the people.
We are.
Unplugged.
That exactly is it.
The Alyssa and Gabe show.
Yeah.
I love this.
We should call it that.
You should call it Alyssa and Gabe, One Vision Unplugged.
Love it.
There we go. Gabe, why is this engagement important for Tacoma? Because we have a lot of community boards, we have commissions, we have charter reviews, we have referendum 60422. We have a lot of information that makes us the rich city. Why is this one more important thing we need?
Yeah, this is another really great opportunity to hear from really everyone in our community. And so, especially if you're not involved already in one of those initiatives, or maybe you haven't attended a council meeting, this is really for you. It helps us really build out our plans and strategy in a way that reflect our whole community, all the voices in our community, making sure that we really incorporate visions. It really helps us guide the future of Tacoma. It's also a really great opportunity to get to meet the staff and the leaders that work in your city. We really, really want to build those relationships with our community. And so it's just a really fun, low barrier way to share your vision and then also get to kind of meet the people that are working on it and build that trust in those relationships.
Yeah, transparency. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Knowing how things get done in the city of Tacoma is one of the best things you can do for yourself living here. So, speaking of that, why should our residents participate? What's in it for them? Because oftentimes we hear, I don't know what's going on. When did this initiative start? How did I miss the rollout? Because people are busy. Yes. So what is it? What is in it for them, Alyssa?
Yeah, we definitely are aware that it is challenging to keep track of all the things. I mean, even for us at times, it's hard to keep track of all the things that the city is working on. So these events are really geared at getting all the information in one place. So you don't have to track down individual departments, individual plans, calls, emails, all those things. You can come in one place and get connected with multiple different departments and learn about all the different initiatives and plans that are happening. And then the other thing we're really focusing on is having a good time. We're really wanting to make these events fun. So we're really focusing on some arts activities, some hands-on activities, some really interactive ways that we're trying to get feedback from folks instead of, asking for another survey or asking for, an online something. really great opportunities to engage in a fun and interactive way, as well as meeting different staff that Gabe was mentioning, and really learning about what's happening, what matters to you, and how can you get involved in those things.
So I'm looking at this great picture here, and the individual in the blue coat does not appear to be that old. Is that true?
Probably. A lot of our events that we're trying to focus on family-friendly events, so you can bring everyone.
Good to know.
And for a lot of these initiatives, these are long-range initiatives. These are 10 to 25 years. So when we think about who's going to live here in 25 years, it's a long time, but it's our young people. So we really want to make sure that those populations feel that these events are for them, and that we're including their voices, because we want to create a Tacoma that is going to fit their future as well.
Oh, I love that. Well said. So Gabe, when we think about, I mean, this graphic is amazing because we've got timelines, we've got dates on it, we've got what's going to happen during that time period. What are the guiding goals and values of this engagement process?
It's very important that we're focusing on equity. That's something that we've really talked about, is how do we really create, like Alyssa said, these events to be fun, joyful, being able to connect with your neighbors, really have a fun time, and be a place where you can, yes, share input, learn about what the city's doing, but also just be a really great, fun community event. We're also looking at things like language access, cultural accessibility, and so we really hope that, if you've gone to a city event in the past and didn't feel like you were welcomed, or didn't feel maybe it fit you, that this is going to be a different experience for you. We're also very open to hearing that feedback, right? Like, we want to continually to improve how we're engaging with our community and making it feel like a fun, welcoming environment for really all the different people in our community.
Absolutely. So what tools are being used to reach and engage that community that may not know about TV Tacoma? They may not have a computer, they may not have a phone that they can surf the web with. So how are we getting this out?
We're really thinking about that a lot, right? Because all of the things you just mentioned are realities for a lot of people in our community. So we're trying to be as broad reaching as possible. So yes, there's online social media, QR codes, websites you can explore, but we're also going old school. So mailers to every house and every mailing address. So check your mailboxes. Yes, there should be something in your mailbox for you there. And then we actually hit the pavement last week, and we're flyering around to lots of places in the city and putting up posters and passing out flyers in our kind of big business centers, hitting some different cultural community areas to make sure that we are getting the word out. We also have those materials in different languages, so we're hoping to get different communities represented at these events. So any other ways we can get the word out, we're all ears, and we're gonna do that.
I love that. Short of Skywriter.
Yeah.
Actually. There we go. That's not bad, is it? So how is planning approaching, or how are planning approaches that help with inclusivity and accessibility, Gabe? Because you talked about that, and that is a huge. It's one of our core values here in the city of Tacoma. So how do you go about making sure that anybody who walks in to one of those 8 information gathering meetings, you're providing, diversity, inclusivity, and of course, equity?
Yeah. One of the things that me and Alyssa have done when designing these workshops is really challenging all of our different staff to think about the community first. And so versus thinking about us and how do we explain our plans and our initiatives, or maybe using city speak, how do we really frame all the work that we're doing with a community audience in mind? So how do we, lower the reading level? How do we make it more visual, more interactive, and really make it so there's no one wrong way to give feedback? And then we on the city side will get to take all the feedback and figure out the right places to put the plan, or put the information and the feedback. So we're really centering kind of the community, and then us behind the scenes will do the work to figure out the right way to make sure that their feedback's reflected and really goes further, right? And so instead of just being input into one initiative or one plan, that we can really make sure that it's coordinated and really shaping the all the different types of ways that we're thinking strategically and guiding the city.
So well organized. So, and what a great graphic. So, who are you specifically hoping to hear from? And then I'm going to ask you the last question before we go.
You know, we really want to hear from everyone that works, plays in Tacoma. So really a broad audience. We are focusing our visioning workshops in each council district, each neighborhood. And so we really want, really everyone to show up. But we also really want to make sure that if you haven't been engaged maybe in a process, you haven't feel like you've had your voice heard, you haven't seen the things that you care about reflected, we're really hoping that you'll show up and engage with us, because we want to make sure that we're still reflecting, your voice in that.
Everybody has a voice. It doesn't matter how old they are, young or old, we all have a voice.
Yeah, we'd love to see great turnout from children and youth
Everybody.
and our elders, really everyone.
So, last question for you, my dear.
Sure.
What do you hope to achieve through these efforts when you look back at the end of this time?
I hope to achieve real equity and inclusion in our plans. I want to see that really reflected in the documents and the plans that we're putting forth that are really going to be guiding the city for these next 10 to 25 years. And so it's really important that we get this feedback so we can integrate it into that plan and people can see themselves reflected in those plans and see it reflected in the work that we're doing over the next few decades.
I can't wait for you to hit my district, because I will be there.
Yes.
Thank you both, but also the huge team that you represent that we can't get on this couch. So thank you to anybody who's touched this program. You guys are amazing.
Thank you.
And I can't wait to hear how this goes.
Yeah, we'll see you out there.
That's right. Oop! In the Comfort Cafe, looks like we've got Luke Miner from Washington College Savings Plan and Hootie. They're going to be on the comfy couch after this quick break.